Share masks, sanitizers like you share rice during elections, Omokri urges politicians and others. Number one best-selling author and former aide to ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, Pastor Reno Omokri, has called on politicians in the country to commence distribution of personal protective equipment such as face masks, hand sanitizers, and ventilators to protect Africans from COVID-19, otherwise known as coronavirus. Pastor Omokri also urged politicians to buy these equipment and share to Nigerians just like they shared rice, oil, and other food items during the 2019 general elections. According to Omokri, the Europeans, the Americans, and other world bodies who usually give medical and financial aids to Africa to combat crisis are themselves worse hit by the current epidemic virus. While also urging celebrities and the rich to join in the act of philanthropism, Pastor Omokri, however, decried the federal government's shutdown of government activities, noting that while President Trump of the United States had continued to be active in office in seeking solutions to the scourge, Nigerian president, on the other hand, has shut down the government in fear of the virus. According to him, I urgently call on African industrialists to temporarily convert their manufacturing process for the production of face masks, hand sanitizer, and ventilators to protect Africans from the coronavirus. Europeans, Americans, and others who usually give medical and financial aids to Africans are themselves overwhelmed by this pandemic. It is time for Africans to help themselves. I also call on African celebrities to resist the urge to flaunt their affluence on social media. If you have too much money, don't flaunt. Silently donate to stop #COVID-19. During Nigeria's 2019 election, Nigerian politicians openly shared rice, oil, and other food items to influence voters. Nigeria's vice president openly shared Tradmoin. The same pattern repeated itself in many other African nations. Now that the coronavirus has forced Nigerians and their African brothers to stay at home, African politicians and government have abandoned them. No more rice and food sharing. We need the election food sharing now. President Buhari and other African leaders, I appeal to you, don't wait until election time. Dead bodies can't vote for you. You asked your people to stay at home, so give them food. Long before scientists and doctors told you to wash your hands as protection against deadly diseases, God first told you to do so in Leviticus 15 verse 5 and Isaiah 1 verse 16. If humanity obeyed God, we would not have the global coronavirus pandemic. God is real. God did not cause the coronavirus. Man did by our own actions. As a matter of fact, if we had observed these spiritual laws on hygiene as well as the laws on what, when, and how to eat, it is highly unlikely we would have had this virus and many other diseases, including HIV. Don't blame God for what man did. The coronavirus outbreak has caused President Trump to be more visible. He briefs Americans every day for at least an hour and has more meetings than before in order to find a solution. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, President Buhari has cancelled meetings, including the Federal Executive Council meeting, and retreated into Aso Rock. Here is a man who promised to lead from the front. Instead, he is hiding at the back, a leader who should be more visible during a crisis. But Buhari has turned to the invisible man. What do you call a general who retreats from the enemy? So, my people, still on this coronavirus outbreak, we all know Omokri, who was the former aide to our ex-president Goodluck Jonathan. He has spoken about what these politicians they normally do, and we can all attest to that during elections, during the 2019 elections, All they were doing from village to village, from state to state, they kept sharing bag of rice, they kept sharing palm oil, all the different food items in order to buy votes, just to influence the people and to get their vote. Now the people have voted you guys in. There is a virus in town now that is taking lives. You are all seated. Omokri is urging all the politicians now, including the president, that what they ought to be doing now is to be sharing hand sanitizer, sharing face masks to help prevent the spread of this pandemic. And also Omokri also stated something here that other countries, he used America as an example, that in this period of all of this going on, President Trump has been very active, working night and day, looking for how this virus can come to an end. He has been holding meetings, he has been briefing the people on updates on what they are doing and everything that has been going on. But on the other hand, our very own president, who calls himself President Muhammadu Buhari, what he has done, he's been cancelling meetings, he has shut down everything. As a matter of fact, the meeting that was meant to hold, the Federal Executive Council meeting, he cancelled everything, and he has retired into Aso Rock. He feels that's his safe haven. Don't think that coronavirus will not reach you there, Mr. President. If you don't think of what to do to the people, it's coming after you. It will get to you, and you know how old you are. You know your age very well. So not the one you've been telling the public. You know how old you are. So this man has spoken the truth. My people, can we hear all this? In the time of votes, they just want to buy the people's vote. It shows clearly that they don't even have the citizens at heart. If you can buy rice and buy this, I don't think Max is that expensive to buy and share, and hand sanitizer, and let this awareness keep going on and everything. And for crying out loud, Mr. President, it's not a hard task for you to be briefing Nigerians, to be holding talk. The other day, Aisha Yusufu was lashing out on you that, come on man, if you can't even, these briefings, they have to be held. If English is your problem, you better speak in Hausa. If you speak in Hausa, we will interpret for you. What is going on here? All presidents, they are speaking, but you have retreated. You shut down everything. Even the National Executive Council meeting that is meant, the Federal Executive Council meeting that is meant to hold, everything shut down. Everybody in lockdown. Even if everybody in lockdown, our president cannot be in lockdown. If you check the UK, just yesterday here in the United Kingdom, Boris Johnson spoke out, he has been holding briefing and updating people on everything that needs to be done. Messages have been passed out via email, text messages, on everywhere, every platform. But our president, he has hidden back, he has gone back into Aso Rock. So my people, this is the country we are in. We believe God will deliver us from the hands of all these people that call themselves leaders. Please, I want you to share your thoughts as well. I want you to share your take on what Omokri has pointed out. A brilliant one. They go on sharing rice when it's time for election. It shows that the rice they are sharing, it's not because they care for the people, but they want to buy votes. Now we are in crisis. They are all retreating. So guys, please, let's comment. I want to take this time to say thank you to everyone that have subscribed. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe, do like, share, and comment. We want to hear your take on this. Do click on the subscribe button down below, and also click on the notification bell. It enables you to get updates of all of our latest news as they come in. I want to say thank you once again. Bye for now, and God bless.